Welcome to Beyond the Feed, the podcast where we explore narratives and themes beyond your feed. If it's your first time here, my name is Champ Abella. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a crucial conversation about social media and psychology. Our guest for today is Dr. Hazel Malazarte, a licensed clinical psychologist with extensive experience in both corporate and clinical settings. She has worked as a corporate psychologist, wellness consultant, and private practitioner, specializing in areas such as trauma informed care, CBT, which stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, Psychodynamic Therapy, Psychological First Aid, and community based mental health initiatives. Her career spans various roles, including serving as a project lead for Wellness at Power Vision EAP Incorporation, as a project counselor, EAP counselor, and trainer. Currently, she's a corporate psychologist at Radix HR and Silver Lining Group. She has also worked with institutions like the Jerry Rojas Foundation, Metro Manila Bible Community, and the Commission on Human Rights, offering psychological services, workshops, and pro bono community mental health programs. Now, as a quick disclaimer before we start off this episode, in the recording, my microphone audio wasn't the best quality because I recently changed my settings. And if you're also watching this episode on the video version on Spotify or YouTube, excuse my laggy camera and excuse my sniffling and wiping of my face because I caught allergies in the middle of the recording session, so you might see me having trouble with that. Anyways, that's it for this introduction on episode 1 of Beyond the Feed. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to Beyond the Feed podcast. Ayun. So, we have our guest for today. Can you introduce yourself, Ate Hazel, for our listeners?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm a clinical psychologist and an avid advocate for mental health.
Mm,
So keep it short and simple.
yeah, keep it short and simple. Yun yung kids method. Pero yeah,
Mm.
so for our listeners today, we'll be tackling, as I said in the introduction, social media's effects on, more on the psychological side and stuff like that. First, again, let's start. I want to start. Let's start with the doom scrolling and how it affects one mentally. What's your take on that, bro?
To be honest, doom scrolling, it's tied actually sa behavioral aspect. No?
Mm,
Um, Lately, I've been studying about habit formation and
mm,
how it has the capacity to impact one's way of life. So, habit formation is actually new sa field, and if you're going to check it in great detail, it speaks a lot on how you are, ano tawag dito, how you are able to really craft yung way of life mo. Kasi if you are defaulting, doom scrolling, assuming na you start it as early as you wake up,
mm.
'di ba may mga default reactions tayo. I'm sure you can also
Yeah.
agree with me na, Champ, na you're also doom scrolling.
Agree.
Even me as a psychologist then, I am guilty as charged
Mm,
in doom scrolling. But lately when, Talita, I've been studying about habit formation. We have three phases kasi sa ating habit formation. Yung first phase is when we wake up, 0 to 8 hours. So dito, mas malaki yung chance natin na maging proactive, active, mataas yung dopamine, mataas din yung cortisol level. Meaning, you're, you know, absorbing a lot of stress in doom scrolling. Kasi you can't control what you've been viewing eh. So, malaking chance talaga yun na ang laking impact nung kinukonsume mo the first phase of the day. The second phase is yung 8 hours to 15 hours. No? So, in this phase, dapat medyo mild. Transitioning you to your last phase. Pero may times tayo triggered pa din. Nagdo-doom scrolling
mm,
pa rin tayo. Aminin man natin o hindi. I'm not sure if you watch or you, I don't know, keep tabs yung screen na hour time mo. Kasi ako,
skip that.
dati,
Mm,
tawag dito, ang lala nung screen time ko. I'm not sure if
Mm,
you're
mm.
also aware. Aware ka ba, Champs?
Medyo.
Screen time.
Medyo.
Medyo.
Meron akong app actually that I have installed na nilalock yung social media ko for a certain time of the day.
Okay.
Kasi before,
So, meron tawag dun na behavioral activation and inactivation, tinatawag.
mm,
Oftentimes, most people are, tawag dito, benefit from that, yung to limit, parang
mm,
out of sight, out of mind. But some people are not built for that.
really?
Kasi it's a punishment for them. Kasi
Ah,
andun pa rin eh. Tapos, ang lala na nung, di ba, piniprevent mo.
mm,
Mas lalo kang triggered to spend more time again.
mm,
Nagko-compensate yung body mo. Kaya yung dun sa habit formation, dapat we have this ability na if we want to replace doom scrolling, we have to, if we want to remove yung doom scrolling, we have to replace it with something else. Gaya ng
mm,
pagbunot ng ngipin, di ba? I'm sure
mhm.
nabunutan ka na.
Opo.
Tama ba? Sa age mo, lahat
Before.
naman tayo nabunutan na ng ngipin. And come to think of it, 'pag nabunutan ka ng ngipin, 'di ba parang yung tongue natin laging nandun sa uwang.
Oo nga, parang hinahanap niya.
Sobrang lagi,
Yeah.
hinahanap mo yung
Mm,
kulang. Similar to how you punish yourself in terms of removing that doom scrolling. And wala ka ng puwedeng gawin, 'no?
mhm.
So, your body craves for something that is also a stimulant din
Si
in
Latte
that.
nandito.
Kaya, hi latte!
In heat siya ngayon eh, so nagpapalamig.
Oh.
Hindi ako nag-aano.
Ayan, magandang pang-replace ang cats sa
Mm,
doom scrolling kasi it grounds you.
mm,
Whereas when you doom scroll, no, you are out of touch sa current reality mo.
mm,
Kaya malaking factor, you look for something that can replace. Eventually, di ba pag, ewan ko kung maalala mo kailan yung last mong bunot. Ako di ko na maalala. Eventually, di mo na mapapansin, may tumubo ng ngipin.
mm,
So, ibig sabihin, may na-replace na. Similar to doom scrolling, it really affects us not only mentally but holistically.
mm,
Kasi pag nag-start ka ng day mo doom scrolling, it can actually deplete your reserve. So, you won't be able to function well. And if high cortisol na kagad at the start of your day, mahirapan kang matulog
mm.
towards the night.
So it's
Yeah.
the
What's your take?
parang the doom scrolling causes high cortisol and high dopamine. Yun ba yun?
Actually, high cortisol, it's actually hardwired na sa ating katawan.
Oh.
As based on research, I don't have my notes with me, but based on research kasi no, there are certain phases sa body and sa wake up moment natin. Sa pinakauna pa lang, may chance na mataas yung cortisol natin, meaning ang taas ng energy natin at the start of the day.
Mm.
So, oftentimes, yung iba, yung hindi energy, minsan iba groggy.
Mhm.
So, ang taas pa rin ng cortisol level at the start of the
So
day.
iba-iba yung effect,
And
no?
yeah,
Somehow.
iba-iba yung effect. So, it could be a huge factor when you doom scroll, you supplement that cortisol level
Mm.
or stress hormone. Na dapat you're using it to somehow be active like exercising, which is
Mm.
also a very exhaustive na tawag dito, habit. O
Mm.
kaya when you do cleaning or prepare your breakfast, etc.
Mm.
Similar, no, na requires then a lot of energy and stress. And yung sa doom scroll kasi, yung katawan ay yung utak mo lang yung gumagalaw for that.
Gusto ko yung take yung ni-mention niya yung parang ano yun. So yung difference ng tinitake away yung social media and yung ano yung sinabi niya dun tungkol behavioral something.
Instead of
Mhm.
behavioral activation and
Oo,
inactivation.
ah.
So,
Ano yun?
although it's very technical,
Very technical
no,
nga eh.
but very technical nga, no, but in layman's term, no, in terms of how do you activate that behavioral aspect in you and inactivate. Your main goal, yung iba, no, their main goal is to inactivate their doom scrolling.
Mhm.
No? But per se, ang pinakamagandang goal din dito, no, is instead of fully deactivating, kasi di ba yung iba nade-deactivate na
Mhm.
social media, etc. Pero they still crave for that
Mhm.
platform, no? Parang
Tama.
wala naging habit na kasi yung pag-doom scroll, no? So, you will feel empty. You will feel na parang there's something that you must do. Kaya magandang aware ka rin kung ano yung impact ng behavioral activation and inactivation. Ang magandang kaakibat dito, no, yung behavioral activation and inactivation is you inactivate si doom scrolling and you activate something else in replacement of that. Parang ngipin lang din
Yeah,
na
parang ngipin.
tumubo.
So, parang kung sa ngipin,
Kasi,
tinanggal yung cavity, tapos
yeah,
nalagyan ng pasta,
yes,
parang ganun.
bago.
Mhm.
Or
Ah,
pinaka-classic example, yung wisdom, ay hindi pa wisdom tooth kasi wala nang tutubo, no?
mhm.
Pero yung sirang ngipin, baby tooth, no? Tinanggal na at yung adult teeth or tooth
Tutubo.
na yung tumubo.
Ah,
Which is good kasi this is pang permanent na,
mhm.
no? So, pero not all, no, have that ability. Tsaka it's not like an easy walk in the park,
Mhm.
yung pag-activate and
True.
inactivate.
Mhm.
And it's gonna require a lot of intentionality and effort.
True. There's days na naka-deactivate, like shutdown na yung social media apps ko.
Mm.
Pero bubuksan ko sa computer.
'Di ba?
Or, sige, 15 minutes break lang. Tapos scroll lang, parang ganun. Pero actually, totoo nga yun, yung replacing. Because I noticed, at least
Yep.
for myself, just going on a tangent lang. Sometimes I would replace doom scrolling with writing sa notebook. Parang ganun.
Yeah,
And
I
it can
do
be
that as
anything.
well. Mm.
Ano yung ano nun? Is there a parang uh, benefit to it kasi parang nag-slow down siya? Does that
Yes.
change your brain chemistry? Parang ganun. Nag-iiba ba
Kasi
yung
doom
ano nun?
scrolling kasi, no, it teaches us that everything is urgent. By
Mm.
just a snap of a click, no, or
Mhm.
tawag dito, a touch din sa phone mo. No, ang bilis mo na kaagad makarating ng Messenger, Instagram, etc. I'm sure when you doom scrolling, you also change different platforms
Mhm.
like TikTok, Instagram, etc. I'm not sure kung ano pang app yung available. Nakaka-exhaust kasi siya fully. But malaking factor when you ground yourself with the slowness of life. Kasi ako, I often advise my patients and clients, no, that writing helps because when you type, it speeds up the process. But when you write, you have more time to take on the slowness of life. Kasi when there is urgency, there is anxiety. Why is it that people tend to be so quick na in
Yeah.
escaping?
Mhm.
I'm sure ako din, ikaw din, no? I mean,
Yeah.
aminin man natin hindi. Lagi tayo escape mode. Sige, mag-social media, wala akong magawa.
Mhm.
To escape what? The boredom or the anxiety, etc.
Ano? So, may benefit talaga yung taking time to slow down
Yes.
and parang take it in lang talaga. Mhm.
At the same time, are you enjoying the process? Kasi yung iba sobrang bored na bored.
Mhm.
Parang it's an agonizing tawag dito, situation for them. But when you try to strategically check in with yourself, teka, is this for me? Like, kunwari, writing. Ako, I replaced my doom scrolling with journaling eh. I
Mhm.
invested time na, tawag dito, bumili ng stickers, etc. and all, para lang mag-journal. Kasi it's not only, tawag dito, provides yung aking or addresses yung aking need for creativity, pero
Mhm.
it also addresses yung aking need to slow down.
Mhm. Hmm. Galing ah. So, ano pala, it's very, like, you could say that so doom scrolling in particular, na-affect niya talaga yung parang hormones mo. Especially when you do it at certain times of the day. May correlation ba yun? Yung parang doom scrolling sa umaga, doom scrolling sa gabi?
To
May
be honest,
difference ba
depende siya sa
sa
depende siya
tao?
sa tao, no? Parang it's
Oh.
not a one size fits all
Mm.
narrative. And we have to always embrace the concept of individuality ng
Mm.
tao. Like, there are other people who are struggling with doom scrolling at night kasi they have a lot of, um, tawag dito, time to waste,
Mhm.
time to spare, as
Mhm.
compared sa morning, teka, I'm rushing, wala na akong time mag-doom scroll.
Hmm.
And vice versa. It depends on how your body and how your mind works in ano yung naging habit mo
Mhm.
for that.
Moving on now to the next part. How would you say has social media changed people's awareness sa mental health?
I think there is a make or break scenario, in
Mhm.
terms of how
Make or break.
social media has changed the ano yun, trajectory
Mhm.
of promoting or advocating for mental health. While it's nice, no, since more people are, ang tawag dito, na-address yung mental stigma nila. Kasi grabe yung gandang platform to
Yeah.
educate, to foster, tawag dito, community and support. Kasi di ba may mga community platforms na
Oo, meron.
may like sa Reddit, may mga ganun nakikita ko, may mental health. Sa TikTok, nakikita nila. May times when a new patient comes in, I ask them saan nila ako nakilala, yun
Mhm.
pala nasa TikTok, yung mga ganong setup. So, malaking factor na it's the social media is being used in a way to address the needs of other people. However, ito yung break moment, no? In terms of how social media has also changed
Mhm.
one's mental health. Nagkaroon kami ng ganitong conversation ng lead psychologist ko
Mhm.
about life is extremely hard at the moment as compared before. May myth pa rin na laging or parang ongoing tawag dito, battle between boomers,
Yeah.
Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z na ano ba yung mas mahirap na na buhay, no? And parang wala pa rin tamang sagot.
Mhm.
But come to think of it, if you're going to revisit the season ng boomers, ng Y, Gen Y pala kami, Gen X,
Mhm.
no? Um, Malaking factor na we seek validation. They seek pala validation with their friends, classmates, parents, relatives. That's it. Or
Mhm.
sa neighborhood, no? So, actual na tao. But now, sa millennials up to Gen Zs or ano ba yung susunod na,
Alpha na
tawag
ata.
dito?
A
Alpha,
na.
meron na ba? Alpha na?
Yung mga pero
So,
batang-bata pa sila.
yun, I think kasama sila dito, no? Mga life is extremely hard right now kasi they will now seek validation because of the social media. Now, as soon as they log in, they must think na they need validation from the rest of the world.
Hmm.
They have to be better sa lahat. Pag login mo pa lang sa Instagram, ang ganda nung pagka-curate ng feed, etc. It speaks a lot how this can somehow make people, ano tawag dito, feel depleted in
Mhm.
their mental health
Ang ganda nun
dun
ng
sa
sinabi mo.
social media.
Yung life is harder than it is right now. Parang just going from that. Parang marami kasing parang comments towards Gen Z, for example, the older generation
Mm.
to Gen Z, na parang sinasabi Gen Z is less resilient, parang ganito in emotion. Is there
Yeah.
parang, kasi yun, parang individuality, no? So, is it true? Is it being seen? Or are we just more parang aware now of what mental health is and the mental health problems of the day?
Actually, ayun yung term na sinabi. We had this breakfast meeting, no, with my CEO and the director and then
Mm-hmm.
the lead psychologist. They had this debate kasi kasama nung tawag dito, director namin yung son niya.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that
Mm-hmm.
statement na tawag dito, the Gen Zs below, no, are seemingly less resilient as compared to other generations. But then, itong Gen X
Mhm.
na lead psychologists beg to disagree. And yun yung binanggit niya nga, like what I mentioned a while ago. They are not less resilient, but it's more of like life is extremely harder as compared before. Like right now, no, dati bata iniisip lang naman yung validation sa kalaro nila, etc.
Mhm.
Pero once you log in, you have to be better than the rest of the world.
Mhm.
Imagine yung impact ng social media. Dati
Oo.
wala naman, magsusulat ka lang naman or pager pa ata nun or
Mhm.
beeper. Di ko alam, di ko naabutan yan, I'm sorry. Ang naabutan ko phone na. So, pero wala pang net.
Oo
Yeah.
nga 'no, I like that. Yung parang connected ka na sa buong mundo, eh. Anyone in the
Yeah.
world who's posting online, puwede mo makita yung post nila.
Mm.
Tapos puwedeng
Comparison.
pumasok yung insecurity because of that.
Yes.
Unlike before na
Laki.
kung neighborhood mo lang, parang
Di ba
so
ganun ka,
hmm,
ano eh, well, limited yung information presented
mhm,
sa'yo eh. Like that.
mhm. So, you would say na at least sa field ninyo, nano na-notice na yung gano'n na difference? It's more
Yes, I
external
think.
factor than the actual people, parang gano'n.
It's actually not black and white scenario na
Mm.
it's na parang it's external and not internal. It's a mixture of the two.
Pero
There
it
are other
leans
factors then.
towards the external? Parang mas dun ba
I can't say na it's
depende?
more external. Depende siya sa
Hmm,
tao. Like I mentioned the concept of individuality. What if this person grew in an environment that is supportive? That's why yung
hmm,
internal process nito is solid.
mm,
Okay yung foundational basis niya. This person will appear more confident that despite seeing external factors that can dim one's light,
mm,
it can actually, since meron na siyang sariling light, honed by the environment this person has lived, it won't matter kung mas bright yung light niya. As long as may light din naman siya sa sarili niya.
hmm. Galing, ah. So, parang ang interesting na observation, parang sumabay 'no, the world got harder at the same time, technologies at this point where it's easier to recognize mental health problems. Pero at the same time, mas
Mm.
mahirap na rin yung mundo ngayon.
Mas na-weaponize
Mm,
yung other mental health
mm.
concerns.
Paano yung mga tao out there that say they have a mental health issue, pero for, kasi there's people out there in social media spreading awareness about their mental health, pero hindi naman totoo sa kanila. Like, they're fake lang. They're faking it.
What do you mean by faking it? Like, it's
Ginagawa nilang
for the
content.
clout?
Parang, yeah.
Yeah, for the clout,
Mhm.
no. I think that's factors under din of, ano yun? May, ano yun, social media ethical considerations.
Mm.
Na this is something that's beyond the control of the psychological community. People who are faking good or faking bad. But one thing that I can accommodate with that setup is we have to really step up our game in addressing the stigma. We
Mhm.
have to step up in calling these people out for faking symptoms or
Mhm.
faking their situation experiences. We have to advocate fully regarding how do we address this misinformation,
Mhm.
not not in support dun sa fake news peddlers. um
Mhm.
tawag dito, about the mental health. Malaking factor talaga, social media can really make or break a specific product such as mental health. But, yun nga, beyond sa control natin yung things that it can break, but I can focus more on how I can influence others
Mhm.
so that I can, be more inclined in making it other than breaking it.
Siguro that leads to the last theme. So, caring for your own mental health when using social media. what's some, so let's start with what steps someone can take when browsing, so using social media to keep their mental health in check.
Think very first step for me when kasi I have patients then presenting this concern sa akin lately. What very first step na we need to qualify is awareness. Are
Mm.
they aware regarding how they utilize social media? Because some are not. That's why I ask them, try to check what's your usual chunk of hours. Kaya nga maganda may app to check in ano yung screen time mo. If you want to be specific, saang screen time ka mostly nagsispend ng time. Is it
Mhm.
TikTok, Instagram, etc.? Is it more of a leisure perspective or ano dito, reason? Or is it work-related? Kasi sa ngayon, no, yung
Yeah.
social media can also be work-related.
Mhm.
No, when you marketize your what is services,
Mhm.
etc., you have to check in. Kaya knowledge is power. If you're aware about what is, what's your current status ko in utilizing social media, that would be better. Kasi parang naglalaro ng chess, 'di ba? If you're aware kung ano yung next tira ng kalaban,
Mhm.
you will be more confident in winning that tawag dito, game.
Yeah.
Similar then if you know how you are utilizing social media, how you are on how is this tawag dito, damping or uplifting you, that would be great. That's the first step, awareness. Second, no, since aware ka na, no, you have to check in, teka, anong impact nito sa akin?
Hmm.
Is it uplifting me? Are the feeds that I'm doom scrolling or visiting, the pages that I follow, is does it add value to me? Kasi you are what you consume, 'di ba? Physically, 'di ba, 'pag kunwari kinakain mo puro junk foods and all, it would manifest sa katawan.
Yeah. Mhm.
Similar, 'di ba, sa mind, kung ano yung kino-consume mo, it would manifest din sa
Mhm.
holistic wellness mo. So, paano kung kunwari, sorry ha kung may mga ibang nanonood dito, paano 'pag every single day nanonood ka ng Tulfo, 'di ba? So, grabe yung
Hmm.
negative energy, laging
Yeah.
nag-aaway, et cetera. Kaya not to dampen people watching Tulfo because maybe it also an educational aspect din sa kanila.
Mhm.
But try to check, are you triggered after watching that video? Are you somewhat tawag dito, yung iba based din sa observation ko 'no, mas mabilis silang magalit or grumpy
Hmm.
because they feel the entitlement that
Mhm.
came from that watching that video. So try to check what's the impact of utilizing social media sa'yo. And lastly 'no, is since you now know the impact after, acknowledging or being aware, and then secondly, knowing the impact or the influence it has sa'yo. Third 'no, although this could not be the last step, pero siguro i-e-end ko lang dito kasi
Yeah.
you can craft your own self-care
Yeah.
plan 'no, for that. But the last step that I can encourage you guys 'no, is you curate your feed. Like what
Mhm.
I said 'no, you are what you consume. If you want to be intentional in really boosting your holistic wellness, try your best to consume. Ako ngayon yung feed ko kaya nasa ano 'to, ano yun, yung nage-generate na hindi ko alam yung term nun, yung 'pag kunwari nag-click ka nito, ayun na yung lumalabas.
Yung algorithm, yeah.
Ayan, algorithms 'no. Ngayon yung algorithm ko is parang Korean food, journaling,
Mhm.
and travel, camping, mga gano'n. Like, you are what you craft. So, I hope you are able to create the feed that works best for you. So, I
Oh,
think that's about it.
yeah, I think magandang points yun. Ayun, actually, I think that's a nice way to end for our viewers. So, just to close this episode, thank you po ulit, Ate Hazel, for joining here for Beyond the Feed. And just before I close the recording, ano, where can the listeners find more about you or work or connect with you? If you would like to parang
Oh, you
promote
can
anything, ganun.
Okay, I think a lot. Joking. You can, although hindi pa ako masyado active sa, ano ko, yung traveling psychologist na Instagram, but you can find me there. Tawag dito, Hazel Malazarte yun eh. Traveling
Mhm.
psychologist. And you can also find me if you need counseling concerns, consultations at Sirius MD or Now Serving platform. So you can
Oh.
just find Hazel Malazarte and
Mm.
book a session.
Wow. Ayun, baka magka-clients after this.
Wow.
When this airs. So yun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chang.
And that wraps up this episode of Beyond the Feed. I hope you found this week's episode very insightful. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and leave a rating. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe and like this video. Thank you so very much. You can stay connected with us on Instagram at Podcast Beyond the Feed. Again, that's at Podcast Beyond the Feed for updates and extra content. And if you want to share any comments, suggestions, or anything else you want to send us, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram too. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week for the next episode.